It's now week 5 in the NFL, and we've got your highlights, your stories, and everything else in the world of sports coming up on this week's Point of View. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday to you, and welcome to your favorite Sunday sports stream. It is Point of View. I'm Bobby Munson, and the man sitting right beside me, he is that beautiful man right there smiling at you. He is Andre C. Andre,
Bang,
how are you doing this morning?
Bang, man. I'm doing great, man. Actually had this weekend off. I was asked to do a show, but I had some other stuff come up yesterday, so I took the day to do that stuff and relax, and I'm going to do some yard work and stuff today. But yeah, it's a nice weekend. Like it's a nice weekend.
Oh, that's perfect. And, when you say yard work, I start to tense up just a slight little bit, because the yard work is changing here soon for us all in Canada, especially in the western provinces, because that getting out there in the nice bright sun and being able to mow the lawn, maybe whack down a few weeds, check on the plants, anything like that is going out the window and is going to be exchanged for that frost and snow that's right around the corner. Personally, Andre, I would rather deal with mowing the lawn and dealing with that kind of outdoor work than shoveling snow in minus 40 weather. I'm not looking forward to another Canadian winter.
Yeah, why do we live up here? That's why. Like, why do we live up here? I've never understood why people lived in Canada. I live here. I've always lived here, but I don't understand why people live here. Like, I understand people like STG who live on the coast when it gets colder, but not like us kind of cold. So
yeah, and then I think about it a little bit further, though, and I often wonder, I'm like, do I deal with I always say it every winter, like, man, why do we live here? It gets so damn cold. It's horrible to deal with. And then I see all these people like, oh, we might potentially have a tropical storm coming in, or we might, all these like more life-threatening, more property damaging types things that they have to face more often than we do. And I'm like, you know what? Cold doesn't seem so bad when I hear those stories. So it's a balance.
Yeah.
It's once you got used to it, it sucks. Don't get me wrong, but you deal with it.
Yeah, even if you get to the Midwestern states, like kind of south and up, but they're not your water, so you don't. But then that's the tornado belt, so you have those risks. So there's always something. It's always something. Like
yeah, we just you just can't win. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. No matter where you choose to live, there's always something that's going to be something you need to deal with. But you know what? We'll deal with another bitter cold winter here in the prairie provinces. It's just right around the corner. But until then, it's still been fairly nice. And even the forecast this week, I saw some higher plus 20 days in there. So we'll take them while we can still get them. Mm-hmm. And if winter wants to stay away like it did last year, I think it was like till December. So I think it was almost December by the time we saw any snowfall. But sad part is then once we saw it, it didn't want to stop for quite some time.
Yeah, it's the worst part is when when you get that first run of snowfall, you're like, it just makes you feel just like I'm defeated. I've been defeated. This season has beat me. Like, and you're like, because all the worst is coming. I'm so glad I got my new vehicle though going into this, because now I can like just go to my bathroom window and start my car from I don't have to go outside to start my car anymore. Like,
perfect.
It's gonna be heaven.
Remote start is a godsend when you live in the prairies, that's for sure. Good morning to Zach Minger, who's reminding everybody that today is National Cinnamon Roll Day. And if
I had one yesterday. Yeah.
On the eve of National Cinnamon Roll.
I celebrated early.
Fair enough. But for those of you that are going to be sitting down.
Upstairs. I got more upstairs. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, for those of you who haven't got them, make sure you pick them up and add that to the long list of treats and snacks and foods that you're going to be consuming while watching some incredible sports here on a Sunday. Whether your jam happens to be NFL football, maybe it's footy, maybe it's, I don't know, what else we got? We got NHL starting up this week, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Andre. That's coming up in 2 days, if I'm not mistaken, is the first face-off for NHL this year, isn't it?
Yes, like the preseason just finished. So we got the real deal starting, and I finally see my team probably suck again this year.
Well, yeah, that means that starting next week on Point of View, not only will we have all our NFL conversations, we'll be starting to add some more to the NHL side of the fence as well, too. The NBA is going to be kicking off here right away, I believe, too. So just going to be a ton of different sports to talk about here on the channel. And yeah, we will be getting to all the NFL related stuff towards the end here. But Andre, you saw some wrestling this weekend, in particular Friday night. I thought maybe you might want to take the floor, talk a little bit about that for a moment.
Yeah, I had a really good time Friday night watching some Love Pro Wrestling at the Rec Room South Common. This show was moved a week because of TNA weekend last weekend. They usually run the last Friday of the month, but TNA was in town, so they moved to the first Friday of the month, and they'll be back. It's going to be back in 3 weeks for their end of October show, because they're not running one on Halloween, because that would just be dumb to run on Halloween.
So I'm gonna, well, I mean, yeah, but I'm gonna take a stab in the dark here, and that's pun intended, based on spooky season, that they're gonna be running on Friday, October the 24th.
Yes, but it's not. It's not a Halloween themed show. It's LPW 42. It's 42.
Not Halloween themed, though. Not Halloween themed. I mean, obviously, 42. Obviously, with all due respect, the reason that they didn't want to Halloween theme it is because the very next day is the greatest Halloween themed pro wrestling show on the damn planet. That's when Prairie Pro Wrestling presents the Ring of Horrors 4 and our very first steel cage match in history. So I get it. I mean, you don't want to compete up against the horror aficionados here in Saskatchewan. So It's okay. But if you're not already in Saskatchewan,
Peggy in the chat has it right. Peggy in the chat has it right. That's why they're not Halloween themed this year, because it's 42.
Fair enough.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, we could go on more about the reason not to title things a certain way.
I'm gonna talk. Let me talk a little more about the actual show.
Sure.
I'll talk a little more about the show. But yeah, again, really fun show. Got to see Maurice Waltz. I finally got to see Maurice Waltz for the first time ever, because he came out with Riley Cruz. Yeah, he rolled his way into town. I'm trying to find my cards. Where are they?
Morning, Brett.
There we go.
And of course, Peggy and Brett in the chat, ready to give us some predictions later on.
Yeah. But yeah, really fun. It was really cool because I've heard you talk about him multiple times. So finally getting to see a wrestler that somebody talks about, one of your friends talks about, and it's like, it's really cool. And get to see him work with the Cruz. Get to see him beat the Canadian Goose and Scotty Ace. Sadly, beat Scotty Ace, but happily beat the Canadian Goose. I'm always happy when the Goose loses. So
you're not on board with the honk honk?
No, I'm not. I am sometimes, depending on who he's facing. Like, I'll be on board with the honk on October 17th when he's facing Tyrone Ironside, because I'll support the Goose over Tyrone Ironside. And technically, I made that match, but according to my power, I made that. I have the power for that, I guess. I made that match, and Tyrone's not happy with me about it, but no, it's what I do. But yeah, it was a fun show. Rich King, as always, coming out being his Rich King self and his wonderful new the new version of Rich King, which is just the best Rich King there is right now. And fucking Larry, if I can swear on this show, fucking Larry was
sure.
just ruining everybody's night by beating Team Richter. Just and just one step closer to facing Rich next month. Just wasn't fun. Didn't like that. Christian Star and Birak Garani, though. Holy shit. You've seen both these guys live, right?
Yeah, very much so.
You know the greatness that comes out of both of these wrestlers. Holy crap. These two just tore it down at LPW. I thought these two were absolutely incredible. What they did in the ring. Just it was so smooth. Everything. Jack Pride getting a roll up on Rich King made me very, very sad because that was really the only move of the match was a roll up. Tune in to my show on Backbreaker Media, the Pop Spot. Tomorrow there will be an episode, and I will be reviewing this match solo because my boy AWS is working right now. But yeah, and then there's a crazy three-way tag match from the main event that was just bonkers. Everything in the kitchen sink was thrown in that match, and it was crazy. It was absolute insanity. But yeah, I had so much fun. I love going to indie wrestling because it's the best kind of feeling. But TNA's probably the closest big company to that was going to TNA last weekend. So yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, no, and so my weekend in terms of sports so far has been spent watching the footy. Surprise, surprise, right? So of course we're going to give you some updates right now in the world of footy, the English Premier League in particular, where for once I don't have to be a sad man, Andre. I don't have to be a sad man because Manchester United played very well yesterday. Yes, they were only playing against Sunderland. I understand that, but the tactics changed up just slightly to make them a tighter unit. And what was shown yesterday was some great football playing from Manchester United. Not only did they win 2-0, they also kept their first clean sheet of the season so far. And it was the debut of the keeper that they bought during the transfer window, Sané Lemens, who was getting cheered every time he stopped the ball by the Manchester United Stratford end. Every time, simple little catches that we've had problems with other goalkeepers recently. Every time he'd catch the ball, there was massive pops like you've never heard before as he's catching simple saves throughout this thing, to the point where the United fans started coming up with a new song and chant saying, "Are you Peter Schmeichel in disguise?" And for context on that, Peter Schmeichel to this day is still considered to be one of the greatest Manchester United goalkeepers that ever played for the team. So he's not at that level, trust me. I mean, he was really good yesterday, but there's a lot of proving to do to ever say that you're on the level of a Peter Schmeichel. But I get where these people are coming from. We've had so much disappointment, so much letdown, especially on the goalkeeping side, that any bit of sparkle that we got from Sané Lemens yesterday and keeping a clean sheet where Onana and Bayender have been unable to do so for so damn long, that I get why the fans would have that level of excitement, that level of thrill, wanting to praise this young goalkeeper, I believe at 23 years old, coming into this, what, for a lack of better words, this broken Manchester United team at the moment, and then to come out and give them this extra boost of confidence, this extra little bit of, energy. And God, do we need it? Because unfortunately, after the international break, if we're not properly prepared and we're not ready, we're up against Liverpool. Now, that sounded dangerous at the first five games or so of the season. However, Liverpool has fallen from grace. In fact, they have fallen a spot in the table, which we will get to that table in just a moment. But Liverpool, once again, getting beat after going undefeated in 5 games, I believe it was so far. So I'm going to give you the updates of the scores from around the Premier League as they stand. We had Bournemouth taking on Fulham, and Bournemouth picked up a win 3-1. Tottenham beat Leeds United 2-1. As I mentioned, Manchester United 2-0 over Sunderland. We had Arsenal beat West Ham 2-0. Chelsea defeated Liverpool 2-1. Everton defeated Crystal Palace 2-1. Newcastle beating the Trees 2-0. The Wolves and Brighton drew 1-1, and Aston Villa beat Burnley 2-1. He's still yet to play. Coming up here in about 15 minutes kickoff time is Brentford and Manchester City. So what does this mean for the table? So let's talk about the table for just a moment. Liverpool, who were sitting in first place, have now been dethroned by a single point. Arsenal sitting first at the top of the table. Liverpool now in second. Tottenham in third. Bournemouth are in fourth. Crystal Palace sitting in fifth place. Chelsea in sixth. Everton in seventh. Sunderland in eighth. Manchester City in ninth with what we call a game in hand, meaning that they still have their game to play today. If they win that, that will actually bump them up to fifth place. Other teams will be dropped down in the process. Manchester United now sitting at 10th place. Newcastle at 11th. Brighton sitting in 12th. We have Aston Villa in 13th. Fulham in 14th. Leeds United in 15th. Brentford, with that game in hand that they're playing against Manchester City today, are sitting in 16th place. The Trees are down just above the relegation zone in 17th place. Burnley, and for the final three, which are in the relegation zone right now, Burnley in 18th, West Ham in 19th. Wolves are sitting dead last on only 2 points of the season. But yeah, your prediction, I mean, at this point, Andre, it would be nothing short of a damn miracle if Forest were to win the Premier League.
I just need, all I need them to do now is just get up into the top 10 so I'm not losing a crazy amount of points. That's all I need. Just get in the top 10 points. Get in the top 10. That's all I need from you is to get in the goddamn top 10 so I don't lose a crazy amount of points.
I mean, it was a bold statement for sure, but hey, I mean, your Manchester City one might do you some good right now. I mean, they're not sitting as high as most of us would have predicted at the start of this whole thing.
I think I predict them for like 12th, and
yeah,
it's actually yogurt.
Yogurt, not pudding. But yeah, no, it's an interesting. Like, here's the thing: it's like everybody keeps going back and forth. Like, there's a lot of back and forth this season in the Premier League at the moment. Like, you know, they talked about Manchester United's inconsistency, but now we've seen Liverpool drop 2 games recently. City keeps dropping games. You know, you've got teams that you wouldn't expect to be in the top right now are in the top right now. So this whole division for you know, putting a stamp on it is kind of built itself stronger. It seems like a lot of teams are not afraid to play against the big teams. Like, when I grew up watching, like, I mean, you had your big four, which was essentially at that time, it was Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal. The City wasn't even in the top of the division at the time. Like, they were in the Premier League, but they were a struggling Premier League team. It wasn't until they had a buyout and were able to start building up with better players that they started to become a force to be reckoned with. And over time, things they've shifted and everything like that. So as a fan watching, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, United's got their struggles, but so do a lot of teams. So I'm not too surprised at the same time. There's still a lot of season to go. We can still see anybody really rise back up. I mean, even the teams in dead last, I mean, you know, a run of wins could pull them right out of the relegation zone and bring them into the top 10. So even like you're saying, the Trees getting into the top 10 to save you on some points, not an impossibility.
No. Again, like I'm looking at the table now, literally they have 5 points, but like 10th place only has 10. So it's not that big of a jump. And again, as the season goes on, if Nottingham can keep consistent, I feel like they could get like a middle of the table finish. I don't think my prediction is coming true. I don't think the Trees are champions anymore, but I'd be very okay with the middle of the table finish, so I don't completely get screwed in that. Right now, I'm like 16 points, minus 16 points right now.
Just from them.
Just them. Like, and right now, like, I think I'm minus 6 for Liverpool because I had them in 8th.
Yeah, you did put them unreasonably low.
They could be falling. They could be falling off. See, they've already lost 2. They're going to keep falling off. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
what's happening.
Well, are you trying to give hope that Manchester United's going to come in and beat them the next time out, because that is the next big game?
I'm trying to give hope to Crystal Palace. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give those Crystal Palace fans the love. You know. Why would I support Man United? What the hell? Who was supporting?
Well, because you said you want Liverpool to slip.
Yeah, but
right?
that's just Liverpool, not for your team. Just because I want them to slip, not for your
But
team, but just I want them to slip.
see, if Man United beat them, that's 3 in a row,
Yeah,
and then they slip
yeah.
even further from grace.
Well, that's if they don't win today.
No, Liverpool's done this weekend, so they're
Oh
not
wait,
playing.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I was
so
thinking of
it's because it's coming
So
up
I was
to, I
thinking of
believe
Man
it's in
City.
another international break, and then upon coming back from the international
Okay.
break, it's Manchester United versus Liverpool is the
Oh,
next
okay, yeah.
ones that they play.
Okay.
So that's why I was saying that. So for Liverpool to lose 3 in a row, they have to lose to Manchester United.
Yeah, because it says the next games aren't until the 18th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. International break will take priority next weekend. So
Boo,
yeah,
boo.
yeah, boo
More regular
international.
play.
Who wants to stick up for their country? Boo. Right, I get it.
That's
All
right.
right.
Who's successful in their country? Come on.
Yeah. All right. So before we even start talking any football, is there any F1 updates, anything like that you want to get off your chest there, Andre?
Yes, let me just pull up. I watched an F1 race. I got up at 6 a.m. my time to watch an F1 race this morning. I'm regretting it because holy shit, was it a boring ass race? Like the shifting in positions was very minor. Holy shit. It was a boring ass race. Like I just sat there going, all right, and just watched it, and then partway through the race, and just like started a video game just because it was that meh of a race. George Russell getting the win, Max Verstappen in second, Lando Norris third, Oscar Piastri in fourth, and Antonelli taking up fifth. So Mercedes getting 2 cars in the top 5. Same with McLaren and Red Bull. Their only driver that does any good work in Max Verstappen because Yuki Tsunoda ending up in 12th again. Lance Stroll getting 13th because got no points. He's now the worst. He's the shittier person on this team again because Fernando Alonso is ahead of him in points, sadly enough. But he's my Canadian boy. I can't not support my Canadian boy. The series, Brett's saying there, the series going to be F1 is Drive to Survive on Netflix. I watched it when season 4 came out, is when I was listening to a podcast. We were talking about it. So I took a watch of it. I watched season 4 first, kind of get the previous, they talked all about the previous season. And so then I started watching racing. Then I went back and watched the first 3 seasons to kind of understand some of the stuff they were talking about in season 4. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was Drive to Survive. Kind of really helped teach me about the sport. Taught me about the point system. Taught me about how the driver systems work and things like that. It kind of does a lot of good work in educating somebody into the sport in a quick 10 episodes, and it does a good job. And I'll admit they have their own manufactured storylines on the series that really don't make sense to what actually happened. Now that you watch it, you're like, oh, that really wasn't a thing, but it's how you sell a show. It's how you sell a TV show, is creating stuff that's kind of there, but it's not really there. But yeah, trust me, the team principles alone will make the show interesting for you. It's these people that run the teams. The drivers are great to watch and learn and the stuff, but the team principles are the best parts of this series. Gunther Steiner, Christian Horner, that bastard, Toto Wolff, just and all the other team principals. Zach Brown is insanely good. Is insanely good in this series, dude. Like that's the best part about the series is watching the team principals just bicker with each other, fight with each other, complain at each other. It's literally the male sports version of a housewives show. When the team principals are going at each other, it's what it feels like. But yeah,
There you go.
no,
Peggy saying reality TV isn't real. I mean,
no.
it's real to us, damn it. I mean, it's as real as pro wrestling, right?
It's crafted reality, man. It's crafted reality, just like pro wrestling. Crafted reality.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a beautiful way of putting it. Well said. Well said. Yeah. All right. What are you thinking? Updates on fantasy football?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk some fantasy. So after I'm just gonna pull up week 4 for the matchups. Just want to kind of go over the last matchup. So week 4's matchups, you had myself beating Kyle Sparks by about 18 points. Good beat. Good win for me. You had Ed Fries coming back with another win, beating STG with another loss. And he didn't even show his face here this morning. That's how ashamed he is from losing of the last.
He also bowed out last week, just like the coward Ed. I mean,
Yeah. The coward, neither the coward showed up, I guess. And then my boy Josiah defeating Bobby Stats by a large margin, coming in with 178 points last week for Josiah.
Yeah,
crazy point totals. So yeah. And then your matchup of the week, the Ogre Lords took down the Empress. Yes, the Ogre Lords took down the Empress to put the league in all credit. The Ogre Lord is reigning supreme and in the first place. And in second, me. Yeah, she lost. She showed up.
Yeah, that's right. Because Peggy's not one of the coward crew. There we go. That's a good nickname for him. This is the coward crew.
Yeah, Bobby and SCG, the coward crew. And then in third, you have Josiah. And fourth is
you mean Ed and STG? Whoa! Ed and STG, not Bobby and STG.
Oh, sorry. Ed and STG. My brain did not work there. Ed and STG, the coward crew. I'm sorry, Bobby. In fourth place, it is the Fry Master himself, Ed. He is in fourth place. In fifth place is Bobby Stats. In sixth place, the Empress has fallen to sixth place.
Yikes.
In seventh is STG, and in eighth place is Kyle Sparks. This is a serious. It's only week 5. We're only going into week 5 here, so it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here in week 5. Because this week we have in the matchup of the week, you got myself versus the Fry Master himself, Ed. Old Ed, as we go against each other. You have Bobby Stats versus the Ogre Lord, Bobby versus Bobby. You have Peggy taking on Kyle Sparks, and you have Josiah versus STG.
That's right. And currently, I've got a bit of a lead on Bobby Stats there, but still projected to win overall.
57-7.
Yeah, at the moment, right? But by the end of the day, it's still projected. I'm going to take a 138-107 win. You're projected to beat Ed in today's games. I mean, anything could happen, but that is the projection. Yeah. Peggy is expected to beat Kyle Sparks, and it looks like STG by a very narrow margin in what would be the tightest match, looking to take the big W over your boy Josiah there. So, as Brett's saying, STG better show up today. I haven't heard from STG for a while. I feel like maybe I hurt his feelings or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he just feels like there hasn't been enough replays of me getting kicked in the face recently or something like that. I don't know what's been holding him up, but
I feel like he's butthurt that he doesn't get his way, and he has to flip a coin half the time now. That's what it is.
But when he's not here, he doesn't even get the coin flip. That's the problem.
He's got to show up at least to get a coin flip. But yeah,
that's right. All right. Well, I don't think we have a graphic today for the points on the
the
predictions, do we? We do. Oh, you got one. Nice.
Oh, don't worry, I'm always here.
Well,
we got a point update for. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to jump over.
No, it's okay. No, I didn't realize the graphic was good to go yet. So yeah, no, go ahead with the graphic first.
In first place, 42 points for Mr. Bobby Munson.
Woo!
We're not tied anymore. 40 points for me, so not a incredibly great move up today. Ed, though, holy moly.
Talk about a comeback.
Dude, what is he at, like 26 points or something? Or 20?
Yeah, something like that. It was
26 points to 37, like to be that as close as it is. And then the viewers moving up to 37 points. So yeah, like that last week was interesting. Like Ed, I think he went like 11-1 or something like that. I was like,
yeah, he kicked some serious ass, massive ass last week. I hope he doesn't pick up those kind of gains now because we don't have as much of a cushion going forward. So he picks up gains like that, he's gonna mop the floor with us here.
Yeah, that's the scary part, man. I don't want to deal with that anymore. I really don't want with that. Ugh.
Yeah. Just to quickly go back to this, are you all going to continue doing the horror movie review? It's a fairly regular thing for myself and Ashford on Killer Cuts about every other Friday there. Brett, we do have a plan to possibly do some recordings coming up to get some more prepared there. And at the same time, you can catch, if you've been noticing, every single day this month, we've been putting out a 1 minute short with a recommendation of a horror movie. That's going to continue. I won't be the only one doing them either. There are some ones coming up as well too from other contributors. It's just I had my batch ready to go and I didn't have the videos from anybody else just yet. So theirs are coming. Do you want to be stuck with my recommendations every day? But I think my recommendations have been fairly okay. 2007's Halloween, which would be the Rob Zombie version. Okay, I'm on board. I like Rob Zombie a lot. In fact, I picked a Rob Zombie movie coming up here as one of the selections. You'll see that coming up on the
House of
shorts.
1,000 Corpses?
Don't spoil the surprise here, man. Don't spoil the surprise. Just because I once upon a time went as Captain Spaulding for Halloween doesn't mean I would just default to that one or anything, you know. But stay tuned for those. Those are coming up all week. But now we're going to get down to predictions time, because now that we know the scores, now we got to get into those games. First, let's talk about that game that's on right now, because that one still could affect the scoreline, I guess, so to speak, by only giving either everybody will get a point or won't get a point. As it stands right now, we would all gain one additional point.
Yeah, so not crazy, not going to upset the structure if anybody wins in this game. But yeah, oh God, that movie is good and bad all at the same time. The original Friday
the 13th. Original Friday the 13th. Hey,
yeah.
maybe I would have gone as far as picking it because it was the OG female villain in horror slashers. Think about it. Pamela Voorhees
was not the killer in the first one, was he?
Yeah, Jason wasn't, and a lot of people don't even realize, but obviously Brett does if they're his favorite three, that Jason only doesn't show up until the very end of the first one, becomes the killer in the second one, but his infamous hockey mask doesn't show up until midway through the third movie, which was originally
I did know
3D.
Yeah, in 3D.
And you can tell because some of the kills there's purposely effectively done so that something would pop in the 3D glasses back in the 80s when that came out. So
yeah,
back in the original 3D, I guess, the blue and red glasses that you would wear to the cinema back then. But all right, predictions time. Let's get this on with. We got our first game up. It's the Raiders taking on the Colts. I can let you know both Ed and I have selected the Colts in this one.
Colts
for Andre. All right, viewers, who do you got? Colts or Raiders?
Oh, the question. Is Peggy going to weigh in this week?
That's up to Peggy.
Because it was a Brett week last week, and they had a really good week just under Brett last week. So
yeah,
maybe.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Maybe that's how the viewers win it. Is STG?
Would that just bug the hell out of STG? Right? Viewers win because his new partner in crimes come in to pick it all for him. But yeah, no, Peggy, if you want to weigh in. Colts or the Raiders, to either disrupt Brett's selection or allow him to go ahead with the Colts on the victory on this one. All right, Colts it is. Colts it is. So it's Colts across the board. I think it's just the obvious pick. Here's an interesting one. Okay, next up. Yeah. Next up, we have the Giants taking on the Saints. Ed picked the Saints, and I know that a lot of people are talking that this is going to be the first win for the Saints. And if I lose the point on this, I don't care because fuck the Saints. I'm picking the Giants.
Yeah, I don't think that the Saints are getting a win here. I think Jackson Dart's going to play enough of a game. It's the Saints. They suck. The Giants at least have a win. I'm going Giants. I'm going to go Giants. I'm with Bobby here. Peggy picked the evil Saints.
Gross.
No,
gross.
No. Oh, come on, Brett. Give us the coin.
Saints are nothing but sinners. Giants. He goes, Giants. It's the coin. It's the coin. All right, what are we going? Because Peggy said it first. We'll go heads. Heads is Peggy's pick. Tails is Brett's pick.
Yeah, Peggy heads, tails, Brett.
Yeah. And we've got tails. It is. Tails it is. So the Giants have been selected.
I think Brett went to the Giants just for the coin flip. I think he just wanted a coin flip.
Hey, no harm there. No harm there at all.
So going forward, as long as we stand, Peggy will be heads and Brett will be tails.
Yeah.
Just going forward.
And see, Brett missed the coin flip. They didn't have no coin flips last week. So, got to get it in there at least once. But we might have a couple more coming up that'll lead to a coin flip. Let's see. Next up, we got the Cowboys taking on the Jets. Ed and I both in agreement on the Cowboys on this one.
I don't want to pick them.
I know.
But I'm going to pick the Jets because fuck the Cowboys.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Just because I just don't want to pick the Cowboys. I just don't want to. Simple as that.
Brett's picking Benny and the Jets. All right.
I've gone through it, made a couple picks on my own, just making judgments earlier in the week. So I might be out to lunch this week.
All right. Well, the Jets are who the viewers are selecting. They're in agreement. So Jets it is for the viewers. So you're not the only one. I like him to antagonize the Cowgirls. Nice.
Yes, that's right.
Nice, Brett.
That's right.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Nothing like a little Sunday afternoon show, Sunday morning still shit talk here for NFL time. We got the Broncos taking on the Eagles next. Ed and I both picked the Eagles for this game.
Okay. This is a tough week because the Broncos have been playing incredibly good football. They have been their defense has been very strong. And Bo Nix has really been coming into his own this year. Mm-hmm. The Eagles are undefeated 4-0, but they're 4 games that have not been strong wins by the Eagles this year.
So pick the Broncos then. Come on, do it.
I'm going with the Broncos.
All right. He dares to be different.
I dare to be different. And I'm probably going to be in last come next week. But you know what? I got to take some risks. I got to make some calls. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at the betting odds, the Eagles are only 2.5 point favorites, which is just essentially home field advantage. Even the betting odds are not strong in their favor right now with how good the Broncos are doing. So, yeah.
I guess we'll see how it pans out. It won't take long. That game today. Up next, we've got the Dolphins and the Panthers, and I almost hate to take them twice in a row, but I picked the Dolphins, and so did Ed, surprisingly. But they did pick me up a point last time, so STG scared.
If you don't know what I'm doing with my hand,
no, I know. Panthers. I know what you're doing. You're going with the Panthers.
Dolphins. Okay, come around. Both the Panthers and the Dolphins suck, so it's kind of you're just picking which one you think's going to be worse. They're going to be less bad, is what you're picking there.
Coin flip, our favorite time, yeah.
Heads, Panthers, tails, Dolphins. Let's go.
Here we go.
Oh, and it's the Dolphins.
Tails. We got the Dolphins.
It's fair. That's 2-0 for tails right now. We're 2-0 for the Brett. So is Peggy gonna get angry like a STG?
I'm not coming back to the show. Rigged.
That's
what STG said right before he stopped showing up on Sundays. I tried to type STG into existence. STG will make a fashionably late entrance into the show like 5 minutes before we end, right after all the picks have come in or something. And then he'll complain he didn't get his way.
Well, Peggy will be back in the next week or two. I can tell you that. She'll be on screen with me for DC Talk as we talk Peacemaker, which ends this Thursday. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, Peggy, seems you're here every week, and we do have room on the screen, seeing as the coward crew doesn't like to show up anymore. I'm just saying, just saying.
You're always welcome on Sunday morning.
Oh, I can see your Twitch chat as well too, Brett. Don't worry, it all pops up in here for us on StreamYard. I can see it all, man. Next game up, we have got the Texans taking on the Ravens. I've selected the Texans, and Ed selected the Ravens.
Texans, let's go.
Texans.
Ravens are without Lamar Jackson this week. The team is still incredible, but the Texans have a shot this week with Lamar Jackson out. So I am going to the Texans. Let's see what happens this week, because it could be insane this week. We got the Ravens from Brett.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
My flap.
Let's do it.
Go 3 for 3. Let's find out. It's the Texans this time.
The Texans, yeah, let's go. Yeah, they were, but the Ravens also don't have their god. So,
yeah. All right. Well, the next match would have been given to STG, who he was selecting, but he's not here. So this is open game. It's the Buccaneers and the Seahawks, and yeah, Ed and I did pick the Seahawks. We picked STG's team, and he's not even here to see it.
I never even looked at this. Did I look at this one? Buccaneers.
You're going with the Bucs? Okay.
Yeah. I'm going out of my way.
We'll see what the chat decides to go with, because STG is
I'll ratify his complaint soon. Because the coin didn't go 3 for 3. Okay.
Bucks and the Bucks. Okay. Oh, there we go.
I got the viewers on my side. I got the viewers
and they
on my
and
side.
they just trumped SGD's pick at the same time.
Yeah,
because he's not here to defend it.
If he was here, we'd give it. No.
If he was here, that's the one. That's the given one. If the Seahawks are playing, because he was kind of the OG chat guy or whatever, we usually let him trump the one where the Seahawks are playing. But he's not here to defend it, so I say it's open season on that one. So
we jumped one. Cardinals versus Titans.
Cardinals and Titans.
Yeah, that was before it, because mine's already filled in, because I've pre-filled in my Cardinals every week.
That's probably why I missed it. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go to that one next. Then it's the Titans and the Cardinals, and I can say that myself, Andre, and Ed have all picked the Cardinals.
Oh, Brett going against. He's going with the Tetons. Going with the Tetons.
See, Brett talking about he's the emperor of the OLE chat, but what he doesn't realize, maybe he hasn't come to the conclusion that he's sitting in that chat alongside the Empress of OLE, not just the OLE chat, but the Empress of OLE. Well,
we're going to the coin.
Flip. Coin it is. The coin decides all. Heads Cardinals, tails Titans. And it is the Titans. 3 for 1 on that spin.
Yeah. 3-1 right now for Brett's picks. It's interesting. Brett, you're winning right now. Technically, Brett, you're winning. You're a winner right now. All
right. How about the Lions and the Bengals? Ed and I have both picked the Lions.
Lions, the Bengals are not doing a great. I'm not gonna.
I dare you.
No. You say you are, but we don't have forces. So you're the general emperor of nothing. You're the general of nothing.
The
general of nothing. The imperial nothing, because we don't have forces.
Well, what if we started calling the chat our forces?
Yeah, but really, like, Peggy's not technically be part of the forces because she's the empress, and then it'd be Brett and STG. That's not really forces. That's just two bumbling people.
We have more chatters than that sometimes. Give it a rest. All right, chat's in agreement this time. No coin flips required. Everyone's going with the Lions because you don't want to leave that up to chance. All right, next up, we got the Commanders taking on the Chargers, and I obviously am going to take the Commanders all season, and Ed's picked the Commanders in this game, even though the Commanders have been kind of a little stinky this season so far. but it's the Chargers, so you know.
Chargers have been playing a great season, but Jaden Daniels is back. The Chargers have been having an amazing season, though.
Yeah,
they've had a very strong season.
It's why I, you know, if I was
week.
picking otherwise, I probably would have picked the Chargers, but I'm rooting for the Commanders because that's the team I said I was going to be my team last season, and I'm sticking with them no matter what. Commanders it is for me.
And they lost to the Giants last week. The Chargers lost to the Giants last week.
True.
So I'm going to go Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels' return to the lineup is going to spark this team in the right direction. I think I don't know if the defense is good, but him running the offense is going to spark this team in at least the offensive side to keep them alive.
Andre, do you see what we have? We have a coin flip. Coin flip.
All right. I'm busting out the
All right,
coin.
so heads Commanders, tails Chargers. Go Commanders. Yeah, Commanders for the win.
3-2 for Brett right now. 3-2 for Brett and coin flip.
And not very many games to pick from left here either. So we've got the last Sunday game. We got the Patriots taking on the Bills, and Ed and I have both picked the Bills to win. Of course, Ed, you know, his team, the Patriots, and he can't even pick them to take a W.
Because he's a self-hating Patriots fan. All Patriots fans hate themselves for being a fan of that team. We all know that. I'm going with the Bills.
Part of the coward crew. You're going with the Bills?
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, he's part of that coward crew, though. Can't even stick up for his team. Like, Commanders have had a rough start to this season, and I'm still picking them. I'm not backing down.
And the Bills after this week were the only 5-0 team because the Ravens are going to lose. Or no, the Ravens already lost. Because who's the other 4-0 team? I can't remember the other 4-0 team. Yeah, they're going to be only 5-0 team. 5-0 team. I like the comment before, but yeah,
this one here.
Yeah, they're all deflated. Deflategate.
Deflategate. All right. Next, we go over to Monday Night Football, and we've got the Chiefs taking on the Jags. And I picked the Chiefs, and so did Ed. I don't even know. Like that's a tough pick because the Jags could take it.
Yeah, because like the Chiefs. This isn't the Chiefs of old, man.
No.
Have not. The chat. Jesus Christ, Brett.
Pick your team.
Let's
choosing Chiefs. Come on, coin flip.
I'm gonna go Chiefs. No coin flip. Peggy already picked Chiefs.
Oh yes. Yep. Never mind. Okay.
So I'm gonna go Chiefs. Again, as much as I think they could lose, it's the AEW Jaguars, and it's just hard to pick the AEW Jaguars.
Well, and you know damn well that if you go this way, that either we're all losing together or we're all winning together. So
that's true. It's a wonderful communal win or lose experience.
There we go. All right. On Thursday night, we got the Eagles taking on the Giants. Ed and I have both selected the Eagles in this game.
Eagles. Kaka! The Eagles, man. Like, it's got to be the Eagles. Like,
all right.
Like, the Giants are one. Like, the Giants could win their game on Sunday, but they ain't winning again on Thursday against the Eagles. So that ain't happening.
Let's see if the chat's in agreement. Brett saying the Eagles. Is Peggy willing to go Eagles, or are we going to force that coin flip at least one more time? Because we only got one more game after this, keep in mind. Wait. Force that coin flip. Force it, even though it's probably best to pick the Eagles.
Boo. But she made the right decision.
Yeah.
Make the right decision.
I mean, the coin flip ones have been relatively coin flip worthy to me all throughout this whole thing. It wasn't like just 100%. Done just for the sake of doing it. So,
yeah, I agree.
All right, and coming to the end of quarter 3 right now, and this morning's game, just so everybody knows, the Browns currently sitting at 17, the Vikings at 14, and they're going to be going into the fourth quarter. Man, interesting. Like, that's another one of the situations.
I'll be turning that back on as soon as we're done here.
Yeah, well, we're all if it stays that way, we all lose a point, or not lose a point, but stay the same anyway. So,
Yeah.
all right. Now, speaking of games that happen on Sundays early in the morning, we're back to London for next Sunday morning. At least Sunday morning for us. It's the Broncos taking on the Jets. Ed and I have both picked the Broncos in this game.
Broncos, yeah, Broncos. Bo Nix is going to go to London, and he's going to get a big win over there. He's going to look like a goddamn champion, and my buddy Adam has to wake up at 7:30 in the morning to watch this game. Aha!
I might just leave Bo Nix in my starting lineup at this rate. The way things are going. Oh, look at this! Yeah, we did it one more time. The last game of the week. We're getting
one
the
more
coin,
ladies and gentlemen.
Broncos are
the real
heads,
question.
the tails.
It's either going to be Brett wins 4-2, or it's going to be a 50-50 split. Are you ready?
Oh, we need an actual drum roll here, like. Oh, 50-50 it's a split. 50-50. But it means that the Broncos are across the board here for the pick on that one. Wow.
Now, Brett can't be mad. He got 50% of the pick. He got 50% of the coin flips this week.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. You'll get my formal complaint in the mail. It's 50-50, man. You're sharing the love this week. It's all good. Yeah. It's all good. At least I think it is anyway.
Yeah. We'll get it in the mail, and then we're going to throw it in the trash.
They're straight up to the complaints department. Look, we talked about people showing up fashionably late, and then Basser comes into the house right with moments left on the show. Bass, how are you doing, brother? How are you doing? Happy to see you here as always,
Waltz, man. You missed me.
Yeah, totally missed it.
Yeah. And I know Basser.
Waltz and Riley Cruz were a tag team on Friday, buddy. They're a winning tag team on Friday night. In fact, it was. If you go back to the beginning of the show, you'll hear more about it. Or as Andre is about to tell you in just a moment about where you can find out more about that entire show that he went to go see. Because I'm going to pop it right back up on the screen, and Andre's going to tell you what he's got coming up and where you're going to be able to find him next.
Yeah, from the X and Blue Sky at that Canada guy, and just Instagram and Threads at that Canada because I deleted that other thing. You can find me over on Backbreaker Video, youtube.com/@Backbreaker Video. We can find myself actually going for the month of October, just myself on the Pop Spot, where I'm going to pop about all the spots I love in professional wrestling, and I will be talking Love Pro Wrestling from this past Friday. We'll be talking about the great show featuring PPW's Maurice Waltz making his LPW debut. It was a great show. I really had a good time. So come check that out. All the great chaos that happened on this show. You check that over at youtube.com/@Backbreaker Video. But you can find me right back here next Sunday, right here on Point of View. And over the next week or two, me and Peggy will come up with a time because the season finale of Peacemakers is this Thursday, I'm fairly sure. Yeah, it's this Thursday. So the next weekend or the weekend after, we will be coming at you with Peacemaker DC Talk.
There you go. I can't wait to see that.
Adam's going into the grind right now because he's working his ass off over the weekends right now with Dark at Fort Edmonton Park. So that's why he cannot go to wrestling.
Fair enough. No, I'm looking forward to seeing that DC talk there with yourself and the Empress Peggy. Always great when Peggy's able to join us here live on the channel. For myself, there is my ticker down below where you're going to be able to find me across social media. For what I've got coming up, of course, you can watch me live this Thursday night along with Papa Smokes. We're going to be bringing you more Ring Respect Radio, and on the docket this week is another indie wrestling promotion. Haven't decided which one, but we will watch something, we will review something, and we will interact with all you lovely people. You can also catch myself and Papa Smokes Saturdays on Prairie Pro Wrestling, where you can catch a new match from us every single Saturday afternoon, including the one that just came out this Saturday, where that one guy you were talking about, what's his name? Oh, yeah, Riley Cruz took on Chad Money Mills in singles action. So check that out on our channel.
Money Mills! Yeah. I love that dude so much.
Yeah, from the house of Masta Beta, don't ask, don't tell. No. Chad Money Mills.
From the frat house of Masta Beta. Rat
Okay,
House.
so my apologies. I forgot the frat in there. But you can check that match out now. Next weekend, we've got tag team action for you in the form of King Richter taking on the Brotherhood. So check that match out next Saturday. And of course, as Andre mentioned, back here next Sunday for more point of view, more talk about sports. It'll be international breaks, less footy talk, more NFL talk, but we'll also be tossing in some NHL talk because the NHL comes back this week. So stay tuned for that. That and all these amazing shows we talk about can be found right here at our local establishment where we run on YouTube and Twitch. We appreciate like, follow, subscribe, thumbs up, comments in the comment section, and turning on that notification bell. You'll also be able to see all the great shows, including this Tuesday, Taking Over, talking more indie action with Ed and Astrid. You can catch Melball dropping releases of Noah Unleashed and Strong Style Fashion throughout the week. And every day we've got short videos coming at you as well, too, especially this month with the horror movie recommendations. So check it all out here at our local establishment. We appreciate you. We could throw in some CFL next week as we're winding down the CFL regular season and heading to playoffs very soon. So we'll do that as well, too. Great request, Brett. We appreciate you. We appreciate Peggy, Basser showing up here in the live chat, and everybody who checks the replay out afterwards. We appreciate every single one of you. That's it for this week's Point of View. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.